It's like the only way people know how to identify themselves. So what do you do? But there are still so many people out there that don't understand that, or they're not in love with their job. It doesn't define them, but it pays their bills. And you're forcing them then to define themselves by this job that they don't love and doesn't speak to who they really are. I'm Silver with Rogue Yogi, a born clairvoyant, near-death experiencer, and here to remind you that you are your best guru. I suck at adulting, and I've put together 10 adulting tips. I hope you try them. They actually do work. And this is coming from somebody who is Olympically bad at this. So 1, if you're rushing in the morning, every morning, stop fighting the clock and set your alarm a half hour earlier. If that's still not enough, just go back in 15-minute increments until you find the time that you can wake up and get out of the house at the right time. And then check to make sure you don't need to make your bedtime a little bit earlier. I know that's kind of a big one, but it really raises your quality of life. 2, put all of your bills on one card and then use another card, like a debit and a credit. Put all your bills, let's say, on your credit, and everything else use your debit for, so that when one gets lost or stolen, you're not going to be freaking out about, oh my God, what goes on what. 3, also about time, really easy, really major. Leave for everything 10 minutes earlier. That's it. 4, about money, whatever your wages, figure out the percentage you could possibly put in a savings every time you are paid that would not drastically alter your quality of life, and then put it on auto pay. 5, if possible, don't cheap out on appliances. I once got the cheapest fridge I could find in this house, and it peed right through the floor and into the basement. I don't have that problem anymore. 6, for something relatively small like a running toilet, check YouTube before hiring someone. See if between YouTube and maybe ordering flapper from Amazon, you can't fix it yourself. I've actually done a couple of things this way, including plumbing. I've also made tremendous floods before really knowing what I was doing, but in general, it works out. Okay, 7, if you are lucky enough to have a car and you've just gone through a really messy winter, or there's bird poo all over, or it looks like one giant like neon green pollen molecule, don't be afraid to spend money to wash your car or wash it at home. And I don't do this often, but I will do it when it gets to a point that I'm embarrassed, because there's no need to be. And I think of it like it's one of my most important belongings, and I put energy into cleaning my room every single day. Why wouldn't I get my car washed once every couple of months? Because it's to the point where, again, I'm embarrassed. There's no need. 8, it's gonna sound stupid. Most of you probably already do this, but I'm talking to the people like me who really didn't. Separate your whites and your darks for your laundry. I never knew it mattered until I actually started doing it, and then I was shocked. If you want to wake up faster, this is number 9. Chug just 8 ounces of water before your coffee. What contributes most to that groggy feeling in the morning actually is dehydration. And what's waking you up about the coffee right away is not the caffeine. That takes longer to kick in. It's actually like the water in the coffee. So you just chug a small glass of water and then have your coffee. You will love the effect. Again, it's like a stupid small thing that really helps. And 10, when you are first meeting someone, anywhere, at a party or at the park, whatever, don't start the small talk with, "This makes me want to puke," just saying it. I live in DC. It's like the only way people know how to identify themselves. So what do you do? Because there are so many people who are out of a job right now, or they are the primary caretaker, which is an immense job, but there are still so many people out there that don't understand that, or they're not in love with their job. It doesn't define them, but it pays their bills. And you're forcing them then to define themselves by this job that they don't love and doesn't speak to who they really are. You'll get a much deeper connection faster if you sidestep that entire question and go into something like, what do you like to do on the weekends? That's it. That's my little baby step 1 adulting guide. I hope it helps. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.